fuck is up, everybody? Welcome to the greatest show of the universe. This is the Dusty Smith Show, and I'm your host, handsome Casper White Dusty Smith. What's up? Love the fuck out of you guys. As always, thank you for joining me tonight to have an amazing show, as I want to do. Cats everywhere, as usual. We have 10 cats running around to make the show exciting and fun. So, cool. What the fuck's everybody doing tonight? See what the fuck I've been up to. What about I've been watching? Watched Atlanta. You guys seen that? The new Ambulance movie was not very good. Did not enjoy it. I watched the new Uncharted movie with the kid from Spider-Man. Seemed like a good kid. Seemed like a nice kid. Terrible movie. Not good. Bad, in fact. So that's what I've been up to. What do you guys been watching? Any recommendations? The new season of Barry started. Hell yeah, love me some Barry. Love to see psychopathic killers murdering everybody. Yeah, one of my monitors is down, so I will not be able to see your live chat as I do the show. Maybe I'll pull it over here on this screen, I guess. That would be fine. Whatever fucking universe, always fucking with me. Let's get this off the screen. There you go, that's better. Let me pull the chat up here. There we go. Pores! How you doing, Pores? Good to see you tonight as always. I love me some fucking Pores. Not as much as the Richie Riches, but still a little bit of love towards you guys. John Porter, hell yeah, for $10. What up, John Porter? Here is to a great show, Dusty. Love with all the kitties. Fuck yeah. Kitties are spoiled. Finally here for live shows at Jay West. About time. You've been missing out. Best program ever. You the man, Chess. How could I be the man when you were the man? Hey, how about a little CC? Come here, little CC. Yeah, CC. All right. You want your free will. I respect your decision, but you clawed me. Ow. Jay West, $2. What up, Jay West? As always, super chats are the lifeblood of the show. You guys can super chat me, and I will read every fucking single goddamn one of them during the show, and I will use cuss words, because I'm a dumbass. And also, patreon.com/Codcast is the link in the description of the video. Like, you know how it works, right? You like donate a certain amount of money a month because you like my show and you want to support it. And I don't make money off of the ads on the show. I only make money on the show from the super chats and from my patrons. So, like, if you like the art, please support it so it doesn't disappear. Because then I'll have to go to work at Walmart, and that will be terrible for all of you. I do not make a nice greeter. I do not play well with others. Believes it. Love the funny. He says, Heavy Chow. What's up, Heavy Chow? Hey, Dusty, here's some money. Read your Elon Musk tweets. I will read them. I'm going to read all the Elon tweets. I got a whole new section for Elon. Even made a song about it. It's a parody of Elton John's song, Leave On. And it's called He Shall Be Called Elon. So we're going to do that in the second section. I can talk. Dusty, are you going to be sharing your thoughts on Elon buying Twitter today? No, of course not. Hey, it's a good thing that I didn't build my entire career off talking about what the fuck is happening on Twitter, right? Hey. Foresight on my part. Genius, Dusty. All right, cool. So, did I say everything I need to say? Let's read what the Pores have to say real quick before we start on the show. Pores. Good evening, Dusty. Good evening, Karen. Peon Husk. I would give Elon Musk credit for... I think buying Twitter is probably a good idea. Like, if I had the money, I'd buy it. I think it's... if he doesn't destroy it, it could cause a mass exodus like MySpace that has everybody leaving it, but I don't foresee that happening. I foresee Twitter growing bigger and bigger and bigger, and Elon controlling it as a billionaire. That's a great tool in his cap, great feather in his cap. He can control what is being said. It's like Jeff Bezos buying Washington Post. There's a reason all these billionaires buy up the methods of information dissemination, because they can control the information everybody's seeing. He can advertise his Tesla to us all the fuck day long, and he never gonna get banned. So anyway, we'll be talking about that shortly. Let's see what you guys are saying. The Sinon League, $2 Canadian. Hey, thanks, appreciate it. What else? How to get doxxed 24/7 by Twitter. Yeah, they're gonna talk. It's gonna be hilarious, really. I'm actually sort of looking forward to what's gonna happen. Everybody's like, oh, the left is all upset about it. The left, yeah, they're freaking out. I ain't freaking out about it. It's going to be funny as fuck. What are we going to talk about? All right, cool. So, folks, you know what I never talk about on the show? All the hate mail I get. I get hate mail. People hate me. Constantly, every day, like at least half the comments on my show are hate. So I'm gonna start a new segment, not tonight, because I was gonna do tonight, but the Elon Musk Twitter deal finalized, and I was like, well, I gotta cover that shit. But in a future show, I'm gonna start reading hate mail. But hey, let's take a look at a couple of them. I just clipped this out of my show. This guy says, there are sexual predators, you ignoramus. Yeah, there are sexual predators out there, mostly in the clergy, I agree. They want to turn little white boys into feminine or gay men. I would think sexual predators are not racist. I'm pretty sure they would just have sex with any race that they can get a hold of. Why you got to bring race into it? We're so scared. Oh my God. They gonna turn the white boys gay. Well, good. They need to be more gay white boys so I have less competition. Already hard enough to get the women's as it is. More gay men, please. Plus gay men hit on me. And I love that. I'm like gay cat down. Meow. And he also says, meanwhile, China forces their school-age boys to fight and love and honor their homeland. They don't allow BLM or this woke bullshit. Hey, a great point. Talk about how authoritarian China does the children. Way to make your point there, dude. Yikes. And then my favorite brand of hate mail I get are people who used to be fans of mine back in my edgy atheist days, and they're like, Dusty, I now disagree with what you're saying, and they try to make me all feel guilty by telling me how disappointed in me they are. Motherfucker, I don't even know who you are. Your opinion means nothing to me. Like, if you would have let this message, I wouldn't even known you fucking exist, okay? I'll read one and then I'll comment. Dusty, it's, as you said, never meet your heroes. I never met you, motherfucker. And you sadly fell into that category with the embracing of the woke culture. Oh, no, I've embraced wokeness, y'all. Which you don't admit it exists at all. It doesn't mean anything. So, I mean, I guess it exists, like, it doesn't exist. It just depends on what you mean by it exists. I mean, there are things happening. I mean, people on all sides of the aisle do overreact to things. And we do have social media now that allows you to immediately tell anybody you want to, and no matter how rich and powerful they are, exactly what you think about them. So if that's what you mean, that exists, but that's not really anything. I subbed to you years ago after leaving religion behind, and now you're just too angry at your own country. You weren't paying attention. I was literally doing videos back in the day telling people not to join the military. I've been making fun of goddamn America forever. You just now catching up to this? You're turning a blind eye to the extreme left. I'm not turning a blind eye to it. It's just not that big of a problem. I'm not pretending it's this major fucking issue, because it's just not. You overreacted motherfuckers. Oh, what else? The right are whack jobs. Everyone knows that. Well, good. Then you shouldn't have any problem me pointing it out continuously. Sigh. What a shame, Dusty. So trying to make me feel guilty because I'm saying something that you don't know about. Say, I have no idea who you are. So since I don't know what your character is like, you're making me feel guilty doesn't mean anything. For all I know, like, you're a child murderer who's ashamed of me for not murdering children like you do. In which case, I'm sure you're not, but in which case, it doesn't mean anything to me. So without knowing your character, who you are, shaming has no effect whatsoever. But keep up. Gonna do some hatred towards Dusty Smith in future episodes. That should be a good, hilarious new segment for the show. Extreme left wants what? I know we want a universal health care and equity and equality for everybody. Trans rights. I don't know. We're horrible. I know that. I mean, extremist conservatives like blow shit up and kill people, and extremist leftists make YouTube videos. Not really the same shit, to be completely honest with you. All right, let's go ahead and start the religious bullshit segment. I have a very, very short religious bullshit segment. And the second one, I'm already going to warn you, the second one is so gross, you guys might not want to watch, but you're going to watch anyway, because as always, this show is a train wreck. So let's kick it off with a little theme song I like to call Religious Bullshit, Religious Bullshit, Religious Bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit, motherfuckers. It's time for religious bullshit. Did you sing along? You know you did. It's always fun. And first off, on religious bullshit, I hear a truck going by. Folks, going crazy with this shit. Preacher says teachers grooming kids should be beheaded on live TV. Like, they just make fucking shit up. It's nuts. According to this dude, teachers are going around showing pornography to their classrooms, and he's like, they should be charged with crimes. Yeah, if this was happening, which it's not, you're just making this up, they should be charged with crimes. But anyway, scary. Let's watch the Christian Love.
And apparently there's states back east, they're having all kinds of this grooming stuff going on in schools today.
They aren't.
I mean, apparently in schools today, they're literally grooming the kids to be just ready to be taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
That any teacher that would show this type of lewd, I mean, basically what I've heard is that they're showing pornographic images to children.
Really?
To
Who?
Young children.
Who? Where are they doing this? What teachers do it? Point them out to me, because I'll be right there with you with pitchforks and torches, burn these motherfuckers down. It's weird, though, that you didn't actually give any real-world examples. You're just claiming this happened. Almost like you're a piece of shit liar.
Children, which is against the law. I'm pretty sure I think it's a felony.
Yeah, no shit. Showing pornography to children in school would be against the law if this happened.
But you know what? Preachers need to get up and say, okay, well, teachers that do this, they should be put to death.
Ooh, wow.
They need to be taken out and shot in the back of the head because they're pedophiles.
Uh-huh.
Any teacher that's going to show pornographic images to young children, they are a predator. And the reason that they're doing that is because they want to take advantage of young children.
Uh-huh.
And these teachers, they're showing these pornographic images to these young children and literally grooming them. Those teachers need to have the fear of God put in them. And you know what? That's what the government is for. In Romans 13, the Bible talks about that the government's job is to execute judgment with the sword. Okay, so maybe we need to put aside the guns and we need to get the sword back out. And we need to make these executions public. We need to find these teachers that are showing pornographic images and grooming children.
I do agree there. If this was happening, we should expose them. Why didn't you do that?
We need to find them, try them, get the television out. We need to get Fox News, CNN, every YouTube channel out there, put it on television. We need to show them being publicly beheaded. That's what needs to happen to these people. Because you know what? Otherwise, our nation is going to turn into a literal Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh, literal Sodom and Gomorrah. So all he's doing here is he's trying to spread fear with this Don't Say Gay bill. Spread this narrative that anybody trying to teach your kids, or not even teach, just acknowledge that gays and trans people exist, is grooming your children sexually. And you might have noticed on this tweet here, there was another one this guy said where he was basically telling me that I'm wrong and lying, claiming that conservatives are using the word grooming to mean, let me see if I can go find this motherfucking shit. Let's go find it live on the Dusty Show. I should have done this earlier, but I'm stupid as shit. Didn't do it. Let's scroll down to my comments. You can read all the crappy ass comments I get from people. They hate me so much. I don't blame them. I'm horrible. Let's see, where is it? Scroll down, Dusty. All of your comments. Sorry, I'm not seeing it. Alright, well, fuck my life. Anyway, basically it was saying that I'm making up the fact that conservatives are using grooming to mean trying to be a pedophile and grooming your children for sexual acts. And he's like, no, they're using the word grooming like how politicians used to groom other politicians to be politicians. You know, that's what they're saying. Not sexual. I'm just making this up. But I'm not making this up. They're actually saying that. Anyway, fuck finding that motherfucker, whatever. And next up, warning! Warning! This next thing I'm going to show you is so gross. I was going to tell you what it is, but it'll ruin the surprise. Don't watch this if you have a queasy stomach. So, folks, you want to see the true power of Christ? You want to see it? You're about to.
Come out! Come out! Come out! Come out!
Don't watch this.
Look at the power of God now.
Power of God.
Are you seeing the power of God now?
Are you seeing the power of God?
Are you seeing the power of God now?
Ready to see the power of God? There we go, folks! Power of God! Power of God! I can't believe it! I can't believe! Oh my God! I just saw it! first-hand smoking gun evidence of the power of God. Almost seems like the power of God is shit. It's just shit. She just took a poop on the ground, folks. Didn't wipe or nothing, and now she's collapsed with all that big poop she took. So hey, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go to church Sunday and then just take a big old shit on the floor and be like, power of God, I released my demons. And what are they gonna do, right? They're gonna deny God right in front of me? I know, right? I know, gross, sorry, but I saw that and you had too as well. I had no choice, to be honest with you. My hands are tied. Christine Frederson, thank you, Dusty, for calling for executions. Christians just can't help themselves, hysterical people. Yeah, they love the violence, don't they? And welcome to the Dust Buddies, Mal 311. You guys also become a Dust Buddy for $2.99 a month and get customized emojis to spend the chat with, like what the fuck, which is a great one for what I just showed you, or bing bong, yeah, poop bong. I remember 2005, my aunt said, mark my words, in a decade, Christians will start to sound like the Taliban or Al-Qaeda. She was right, yeah, Al-Qaeda. She a soothsayer there, your auntie. Reality is much stranger than fiction stories. Yep, as I've said before, golden age of comedy. The show writes itself. And welcome to the Dust Buddy hashtag. Spam the chat with impunity with all the customized emojis. I don't always catch the live show, but I'm a patron and watch them all when I can. Since I caught this one, catch some extra dollars, Dusty. Hey, appreciate it. Good to see you, Psycho Sorcerer. Also, if you can't be a patron or contribute to the show monetarily, like button, hit it. Hit the like button. Do it. You know you want to. Dusty, I can't stand you. Just kidding. LOL. Shh. I'm amazing. Dusty, you love how contradicting the right are when it comes to China and Russia. I love everything about the right's contradictions. Hypocrisy. That's what they're all fucking about. Rich Latta, have another awesome show, Dusty. Is there any definitive evidence that YouTube actively promotes right-wing channels over left-wing ones? Definitive evidence. I believe, was it Facebook or YouTube? I think it was Facebook that put out the report that their algorithm is favoring the right, but they don't know why, even though I know why. Definitive evidence, I'm not really sure. It's just my observation. I mean, we can see that right-leaning channels get far more views, are far more popular than left-leaning channels. I can actually explain it logically why this happens. So basically, the right is more likely to say crazy off-the-wall shit than the left is. And so that's the kind of thing that both the right spread, because they actually believe it, and the left are like pointing out, look how crazy this shit is. And so they kind of double dip with both sides of the coin paying more attention to the crazy shit. And then the algorithm loves engagement. So as both sides are like, hey, this is true, or hey, this is batshit crazy, all replying to all this crazy shit conservatives are putting out, the YouTube algorithm likes that more and rewards it with more views and exposure to the YouTube audience, right? So it's very easy to understand, really. Okay, cool. Like speaking tongues, but on the other end, yep, same thing. Diarrhea of the mouth, but of the butt. Say the pooping for your haters and give CC hugs from us. I will, but she didn't want no fucking hugs. I got denied. Sure nearest flues, Dusty. Those hate mailers are just jealous because you're so handsome, funny, and you sing good. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. All right. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has the right to their own opinion. After a while, you just get used to it. You get numb to it. It's all what it is. And, you know, YouTube doesn't care if they hate you or love you. They just care about the engagement. So they actually help me. I usually pass out after a good dump. Damn, that must be a real good dump to pass out. What the fuck? The poop video was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. It's religion. That is what they do. They always top themselves. All right, anything else pop up? Been watching you since you've been on YouTube. Love your channel. Keep up the good work. Don't let the haters get to you. I won't let the haters get to me. You know, it does get to me, though, a little bit. I don't want to bitch. Anyway, I'll quit bitching. I was going to bitch about... Nah, I'm not going to say it. Whining is unattractive, and no one likes that. So I'm not going to fucking whine. It's all good. I'm doing well, and I'm happy. And I thank you guys for joining me tonight. I love you, and I appreciate you supporting the show. You're amazing. And next up, we're going to do a brand new segment. I don't know how often I'm going to do this. It depends on how much Elon Musk news there is. And there probably is going to be quite a bit because he seems to be every fucking where these days. But I wrote a song. Let's see if I can remember the words to it. It's to the tune of Elton John's Levon song. And it goes, and he shall be Elon, and he shall be a rich man, and he shall be Elon, buying up everything he can, and he shall be Elon, he shall be Elon. Nailed perfect first time, no notes. And first off, folks, it happened. I said it wasn't going to happen, which shows you what the fuck I know. I'm wrong like once a million times, so here's your chance to make fun of me. I said that I thought that Elon wasn't going to buy Twitter. He was just bullshitting. Because, man, he is opening himself up to a world of hurt. It's going to be so funny to watch. So, anyway, he bought Twitter. Elon owns Twitter now. It's I guess he's my daddy now, I guess technically, because my entire show pretty much revolves around talking about shit that was posted to Twitter. So Daddy Musk now owns me and owns the show. So I, for one, welcome our oligarch overlords. I don't know about you guys, but the cool thing is now, apparently, legally, he has to swallow the poison pill. I think. I'm not good at business, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. So can't wait. But he might be like the guy on The Princess Bride who is slowly like taking little bits of the poison year after year after year. The inconceivable guy. So then when he has the poison contest, he's like immune to the poison pill. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Once again, bad at business. But dude, like I said, he's just opening himself up to a world of hurt because it's going to be hilarious to watch because Twitter still has a terms of service. And regardless of how much conservatives like to bitch about the fact that they're oppressed on social media, the reason they seemingly are more oppressed than the left is because they're the ones more likely to break the terms of service, right? They're the ones much more likely to go call somebody the N-word or the F slur for gay people. You know which one I'm talking about. You know, they're more likely to harass people or spread, misinformation. And they're still going to have TOS, so they're still going to get banned and censored more than the left. And now they're all going to be attacking Elon Musk as this happens. It's going to be open season. They're going to, what they always do, these contrarians, they did the same thing to True Social and Getter and all this stuff. They go there and purposely try to get banned to prove that the site is not about free speech. And this is what they're going to be doing. They're going to be spreading Nazi shit. They're going to be using the N-word everywhere, specifically to get banned. So when they do, they can say, see, Elon Musk is no better than fucking the Twitter board. He doesn't give a shit about free speech, and he doesn't give a shit about free speech. He just wants to control the dissemination of information, which Twitter is pretty much the future of, and the present. But I foresee it being even more of the future of. So, gotta be funny. But at least for a short time, we can stop hearing conservatives whine about how oppressed they are. Now, today, it was like conservatives won the Super Bowl by how much they were fucking cheering. And I'm gonna show you guys some of the tweets. You can tell exactly who Elon has been appealing to by who is celebrating his buying of Twitter. People like Marjorie Taylor Greene, prepare for the blue check marks, full-scale meltdown after Elon Musk seals the deal, and I should get my personal Twitter account restored. Yep, should be back. Trump will be back. All of them will be back, folks. You know who will not be back? Me. I'm not saying that I'm going to leave Twitter, because I'm not. I'm saying my original account that got banned. You guys might know that Shoe on Head's fan base decided to target me because she blocked me. And then behind a block of me, so I couldn't even see it or respond, she was shit-talking me to her 600,000 Twitter followers. And so they decided, and so basically I made a post that said her doing that made her a cowardly bitch. That's all I said. She's a cowardly bitch, and she was. Doing that is such a fucking cowardly bitch move. And so her fan base decided to target me, and they managed to get my original account permanently banned, which is why the new account I use is Cult of Dusty 1 instead of Cult of Dusty, just Cult of Dusty. But guarantee you, he will not be restoring my fucking channel because I am not popular enough. And it's only going to be people who are in the spotlight who actually benefit from being unbanned. But definitely Marjorie's coming back, and she's psyched about it. And let's read some of the other ones. Man, he's such a hero now. Laverne Spicer, who Republican candidate. Shocker. Fight to expose the lies of the left, says Elon Musk buying Twitter is the 21st century version of Lincoln freeing the slaves. Man, there's a hot take. And of course, she's appears to be a woman of color, I guess, if this is not a fake account. I assume she's a woman of color. But folks, obviously she doesn't believe this. The right just doing what they do. Their whole thing is trolling. All they want to do is upset people. That's they have no policies that anybody likes. All they can do is appeal to the other toxic motherfuckers who love to upset people. Their lives are so miserable that making other people miserable is how they get their jollies off. And so that's their entire political movement now. So that's all she's doing. But bad take. Just going to say that's a bad one. And the worst people in the world think this is great news. Yep. Tucker Carlson, today is a major win for free speech. We don't even know what the fuck he's going to do yet. He ain't even done shit yet. I can't wait till they turn on him, folks. They're going to turn on him so bad once it becomes obvious that just like every other social media website, there's still a terms of service and you still have to follow it. But funny for now. And Dave Rubin having the greatest day of his life. Dave's like, DeSantis versus Disney is David and Goliath. So apparently, let's just break this down. He's saying all these people are David versus Goliath. So the governor of Florida, the most powerful man in all of Florida, David somehow. Okay. Elon versus Twitter. Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, somehow is David. Okay, cool. Anyway, I like our chances. Yep. Us against them. Way to divide. Dave Rubin. And then Dave's like, the post-woke world is developing. Hooray. Finally, you guys can stop bitching about it. Are you going to stop? You're not. You're going to claim that it's wokeness is disappearing, but you're still going to also claim that it's a major threat and talk about it all the time. Really? You're going to have it both ways? Oh, sure you are. Elon should fired. Basically, that's not correct English. Elon should fire. I'll help you out, Dave. Basically, every Twitter employee. Wait a minute. So you tried to get one person fired. That's cancel culture. But you tried to get thousands of people fired, and that's patriotism? Of course. Different set of rules for them. Move company to the free state of Florida. Why would he not just move it to Texas, where all his other companies are? And switch over to Rumble Video Cloud, and then there shall be peace. Do it. Do it, Elon. Do it. And then, Lance Goodham. Elon is buying Twitter. CNN is shutting down and Disney being reined in. It's a bad time to be woke. Like, why would it be a bad time to be woke? I mean, even if I believe that this whole wokeism was a real thing, that's a real problem, if he's for free speech, then woke people are still going to be allowed on Twitter. And in fact, it's going to be an amazing time to be woke because according to all you people, all the toxic motherfucker who spread lies and slurs and shit are going to be allowed to do that. And the woke people are going to have a heyday pointing all that shit out. So I don't know. It's like the golden age of wokeness. If you ask me, you guys might be celebrating a little too soon. And then itchy fingers. Paul Joseph Watson, man, I wish this woman had $1 for every time they used her picture. She'd like be richer than Elon. She'd be buying Twitter right now. But same thing as always, the same meme. Holy shit, have they got mileage out of this thing? And yep, what y'all on the left? Cry. I mean, yeah, some people on the left are upset because they want a place where they can post without people spreading slurs at them or harassing them. And they prefer social media sites not allow bogus conspiracy theories that are causing people to be less likely to get vaccinated, which is leading not only to the deaths of themselves, but like I'm going to show you later, even if you're vaccinated, if you hang around with unvaccinated people, you have a lot of unvaccinated people in society, it makes it more likely that you get COVID because the COVID vaccine, while it's very effective, much like condoms, it's not 100% effective. So people who are not vaccinated are more likely to get COVID and have it for a long period of time, be more infectious and spread it to those who are vaccinated. So yes, some people are upset. Rightfully so, I would say. Like, I don't give a fuck though. Like I said on Facebook earlier, my opinion on social media sites is the same as it was before Elon bought it. It's a private company and they can choose to platform or not platform anybody they want to, and you can choose to use their site or not to use their site. I'm still gonna use it. I don't give a shit. It's all good to me. It's gonna be, if anything, better for my show. Way more material to bring you guys the dumpster fire of the world. So cool to me. And of course, it's easy for me to say that because I'm a straight white male and the hatred doesn't come to me. I mean, I get hatred in other ways, but not because of those things. So I have lots of privileges where I don't have to really care as much. Conservatives finally have a second joke. Yes, folks, they're so funny. Did you know that Elon Musk is an African American? It's the greatest joke ever. An African American owner of the largest social media company on earth. This is historic. Breaking, Elon Musk offered to buy Twitter could close as early today. What a huge win this would be for free speech. Congratulations to my African American brother. As Elon will become the first African American to own a large social media platform. Clearly, anyone who's against this Twitter deal was against diversity and inclusion and just generally a racist person. He did it, folks. The most successful African American. Elon is the greatest African American. Elon is the first African American on a major social media platform. This is a wonderful day for diversity and inclusion. Anyone complaining about Elon Musk buying Twitter is clearly a racist and doesn't want to see an African American man be successful in tech. It's so funny. Over and over and over again. Same joke. Hilarious. Conservatives are getting better at comedy, and the left getting nervous. I'm so nervous. So nervous by how much better at jokes you guys are than me. Blink, 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 blink. All right, next up. Let's read this one. What's up, cat ass? Nice. Oh yeah, Lauren Boebert. She over the moon. Elon Musk now literally owns the libs. So wait a minute. Did yesterday libs own conservatives? Because according to you, liberals own Twitter, and if you own Twitter, and then the people that are on Twitter are owned by the people that own Twitter, by logical inference, I guess congratulations, but also bad for you up till now, right? I don't know. And then I think we can assume Elon Musk is a master at chess, says Lauren Boebert. Sure, let's just assume that. We have no knowledge of Elon Musk playing chess. At least I don't. But cool. 54,000 likes for the fact that he has enough money to buy Twitter. I guess that's some kind of super genius chess move. I don't know. It's a good investment. I don't know about a chess move, but whatever. And Ron DeSantis, all happy about it. Elon Musk offered to buy Twitter. Is a good deal for shareholders. I mean, maybe, the shares did go up a little bit. And if he doesn't, like, create a mass exodus, I know some people were telling me that a lot of people have already left Twitter, but it's the same thing as, it's not exactly the same thing, but it's similar to what I said about Truth Social and Getter and everything, about how people want to post where everybody else is. They don't want to post in ghost towns where no one's going to see what the fuck they have to say. And so I think if a lot of people do leave Twitter, they're going to come back. That would be my guess. But I'm the one that said Elon probably wouldn't go through it anyway, so what the fuck do I know? And it raises the prospect that the platform will be a place where free speech can thrive, not a tool for narrative enforcement. Imagine a Ron DeSantis claiming he doesn't like a narrative enforcement. Literally, that motherfucker dude's job to create and spread right-wing narratives. But Caleb McKinney, Baghdad Barbie, Twitter takeover, so happy, oh yay, yay. Twitter is completely different now, even though it's not different, it's all the same shit. And James Lindsay retweeted somebody that says, get ready for unprecedented flood of anti-vax content on this platform. I mean, that's true. That's going to happen. And he's like, LOL popcorn. I love it. I love anti-vax content. Who cares if people die brutally and choking on their own bile? Hilarious. Get the popcorn. And Jeremy Boring. Good name. He's co-founder, co-CEO of Lowercase God King. Oh, he's from the Real Daily Wire. Shocker. Says Elon Musk, the greatest living American. They just worship this guy now. Hey, way to worship billionaires. Super cool. It's almost a good thing he was born in South Africa. It's not able to be president, because 100% this motherfucker will be president in like 6 years from now. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to change the Constitution to make Elon president. Don't think they'll be successful in doing that, but they'll probably try. It's coming, folks. Mark my words. And Tucker Carlson, we're back! I'm pretty sure Tucker Carlson was never banned to begin with, was he? Anybody know? I don't even think he was banned to begin with. But anyway, he's back, so good. Gotta play the victim even when you're not the victim. And Jack piece of shit bit breaking. Elon Musk purchased Twitter. Twitter shall be made free once more. We are putting all groomers on notice. Oh no! So the Catholic Church, then you're putting the Catholic Church on? No, not the Catholic Church. Well, then preachers, not preachers. Then the Conservative Party, who's more likely to be pedophile. No, not them either. The make-believe groomers that you made, the teachers. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Obama knew. the Elon Musk deal was going through when he gave his speech on the internet censorship last week, do you really think they're just gonna let you have free speech back? I mean, it's a private company, so they're gonna do whatever they want to do, just like they did before. If you think that's free speech, then cool. Steven Crowder, super happy about it. It's official. Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch. Yeah, it's the Thunderdome. We don't need another hero. I don't know the rest of the words of that song, but let's see what the fuck his people are saying. 7,000 likes, man. Oh, here we go. Hey, somebody else had the same thought. Fuck you, Richard, for stealing my brain thoughts. Hell yeah, stay so happy about it, folks. Life-changing. A billionaire bought a social media site. So important, yo. And Donald Trump retweeting. While it's important that Elon Musk bring back everyone who was banned from Twitter due to the wrong thing, it's even more important that he gets rid of the shadow bans Twitter algorithms that don't exist. Literally all it is conservatives bitching that they don't get as much engagement as they think they do, so they have to pretend they are the victims. Victim mentality 100% of the time, all the time with these motherfuckers. Used to suppress the reach of conservative counts and artificially boost liberal counts. I never seen that. I was gonna bitch earlier about how my video, my link to this video only got like 15 likes, which is kind of depressing. But like, it's not because I'm a lefty at all. I was looking at Vosh posted yesterday that he was gonna be tweeting today and got 2,000 likes, and I got 15. So it's not because I'm a liberal. It's just because I'm not popular. That's all it is. Not gonna play the victim about it. I'm just sad. Sad old man yelling at the internet. Josh Hawley, Senator Hawley says, it's a great day for free speech in America. He hasn't done anything yet. Hold your applause. Wait till something actually happens, Josh. And Honest Red pointed out Blair White, who says, I'm going to take a wild guess and say the lefties won't be celebrating an African-American man owning one of the largest social media platforms. He's African-American, y'all. That's exactly the same, isn't it? I mean, no, obviously, us talking about the plight of African-Americans is referring to black people, right? Black Americans who have been treated completely differently because of the ramifications and the ripples of slavery and all the laws that are passed against them and all the oppression that have gone on for hundreds and thousands of years simply because of the color of their skin. It's not about the fact that they were from Africa or America, and it's about the fact that they have been labeled as black and then that has been used against them, right? We all know. But let's make the joke over and over again. The more you make the jokes, conservatives, the funnier it gets. 1,000,000 times this joke, please. You guys are hilarious. An African-American owner of the largest social media company on Earth. This is historic. I already read that, but the second joke, folks, at least I got another one. I'm kind of at least impressed. Can you simply imagine the sheer numbers of DMs being hysterically deleted right now by mentally ill libs? No. Why would people be deleting Do people think Elon Musk is going to be sorting through their DMs and then publicly release their DMs to hurt them? Do you know how much that would hurt his fucking country? Not to mention make him liable probably to lots of lawsuits and shit. 0% chance that's ever going to happen. But the fevered minds of conservatives can imagine anything as long as it makes their opponents look bad, huh? And then Dinesh D'Souza, convicted felon Dinesh D'Souza, says 3 key steps for Elon Musk. Fire the existing board. Isn't that cancel culture? Aren't you the guys continuously the ones complaining about getting people fired for having disagreements with you? No. Welcome the exit of Twitter employees who don't feel comfortable working there anymore. I mean, won't they do that anyway? Won't anybody who wants to quit be welcome to do so? Why would that not just be a given? Why would you have to even say that? And then, institute free speech pledge. If it's legal, you can say it. That's never going to happen because saying the N-word is legal, right? There's all kinds of stuff that's legal. Spreading Nazi propaganda is legal, but still not going to be allowed on Twitter. Sorry, not going to happen. But I can't wait till when it doesn't happen, they turn on Elon Musk. Going to be fun to watch. I'm going to cover this shit out of it. Going to give me lots of chances to practice my He shall be Elon song. I'm going to master that shit even more than I've already mastered it, which is hard to do because I've mastered it. My rep, who signed on the Texas AG suit to throw away his contentious voter for president, loves it, of course. Representative Bill Huizenga. Let the mass hysteria in Libland commence. Elon has preserved free speech. He's such a hero, isn't he? Just the hero worship of conservatives is really strange to me, man. I swear, I don't like anybody the fucking much to worship them. Like, not a goddamn single human being on the fucking planet will I worship. So it's just weird how all these parasocial relationships they have. But I guess they have to look up to somebody. Their new messiah. Poor Trump, taking a backseat to Elon today. And Tim Pool, Elon needs to bring back Trump, Alex Jones, Milo, and Loomer. Veritas O'Keefe are a given, of course, and he will, folks. Oh, this is going to happen for sure. Everybody going to be brought back except for Dusty. Poor me. I'm so sad and oppressed. Victim! And Ice Cube, happy about it too. Fucking chud ass Ice Cube. Free at last! Free at last! Thank God Almighty we are free at last! Welcome to channel Martin Luther King for this dumb shit, Ice Cube. Elon Musk, take off my shadow band, homie. You're not shadow banned, Ice Cube. Oppression Olympics. Conservatives always been the fucking best by it. And of course Trump out there saying that he ain't gonna come back to Twitter. He's gonna stay on Truth Social, even though he doesn't even post to Truth Social. I'm gonna show you a video in a minute where he can't even remember the name of Truth Social. 100% chance Trump is coming back to Twitter, regardless of what he says. Trump lied when the truth will work better. But yeah, I'm just giving you guys the news that he says he's not gonna come back, but he's definitely coming back. And then of course, immediately after Elon bought Twitter, Trump's SPAC is down 44%. So Trump started this social media company. And even though he didn't do shit, it's already worth like $70 billion or some shit. Is that true? Where is it say? Oh, 7.7 billion. I was close. Not 70. 7.7 billion. No, it's worth 13 billion. It's down to 7.7 billion. So like, I'm almost in awe of Trump. Even though he didn't do anything, even though he has no chance of competing with Twitter in social media, somehow he got $13 billion from his cult that would just worship and follow him regardless of what he does. But it's down to 7.7 billion now. But the website was already dead. It's even more dead than it's ever been. True Social, we hardly knew ye, but prepare to see Trump back on Twitter any day now. Definitely gonna happen. And all right, cool. That's my He Shall Be Elon section. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Gonna be plenty more in the future. Let's check the super chats. Hit the like button, fuckos. Do it. I love you, but hate you so much. Orion McFadden. Since the left is good at cancel culture, you think liberals will unite and boycott Twitter? No. I mean, some leftists are going to leave Twitter, of course, but most of them are going to be back. I could be wrong. But I don't see it happening. I'm not going anywhere. This is going to be fucking hilarious. I can't wait to see the dumpster fire that Twitter becomes now. It's going to be great. Conservatives' greatest fear is whatever they already do to others being done to them. True story. It's always projection. Cubert lover Dusty, I think Elon was bullied by his father, and I think Trump's father was like that. And maybe that makes them somehow what they are. Probably. He did definitely hate his father. He's commented many times. Poor, sad Elon. I feel so bad for him. The Pub Night. The right said BLM reaches for racism, yet they're literally reaching to claim Elon Musk is a black African American. It's like saying all of Africa is a country. Oh, wait, they do that. Yep, I've seen them do that multiple times. It's hilarious. It's a continent. Huberler, Dusty, would you say when the left isn't always a threat to the right still tries to make something out of the left? Yeah, it's what they always do, the classic propaganda where the left is both weak and also incredibly strong at the same time. So you're supposed to mock and make fun of your weak and pathetic enemies, but at the same time fear them because they're going to destroy the earth. Doublethink all the time. Urban Musk. You can see the story arc of the right turning on Elon when they realize, hey, he's not letting me say this crap. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be glorious, glorious. April S. Bing bong. What's up, April S? $100. What? Super chat. Oh, wait. Jump to the wall for tonight. April S. Super amazing, April S. I'll watch your show for my Twitter highlights. Hell yeah. I do it the best, right? Why would you go anywhere else? People are 1972. So Dusty, conservative media seems more entertaining to people. Does that sound right for you? I have no idea. Outrage is entertaining, yeah. So in the way that outrage and watching train wrecks and stuff is more entertaining, then yes, I would say conservative media is more entertaining. Like I said, they get the double dipping of both sides talking about them, which is what I do, right? My whole show was almost entirely talking about the right, which helps them, but you can't really ignore it either. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You will be a great Walmart greeter. Welcome to Walmart. Shit, I already fucked it up. See, I can't even do it. Welcome to Walmart. I love you. See, I was going to do the Idiocracy Costco thing. Can't even do that. Jealousy is just hate and love at the same time. Drake. Oh my God, Drake. I actually don't mind Drake as much as I used to. Been watching you since... Have I read that? Yeah, I read it already. Cool. I'm all caught up. Dusty, if Elon Musk is the richest man in the world, everybody probably wants to be his friend. I had a dream last night that I met Elon and I asked him for a job. I am pathetic. Pitiful Dusty. Twitter equals the new 4chan. I don't foresee it becoming as bad as 4chan, to be honest with you. I think there's still going to be rules, and TOS is going to want to conserve his investment. So it's going to be funny to watch, though. All right, cool. Let's move on. Enough chat about Elon. Now it's time to talk about what the fuck? Nailed it. Perfect timing. What are you doing, Cat? Move on. Move on. Whatever you're doing, don't do it. Move on. I said move on. Okay, we'll move on that way. All right, cool. Kid is everywhere, all around me at all times. What are you guys doing? It's a moth. Oh my God, a moth. Everybody's got to freak out at a moth. Major issue. All the cats. Everybody be alert that a moth is in the fucking room. Destroy everything. All right, first off, on what the fuck, guys, hear about this one. Black Tennessee mayor declares April Confederate History Month. Cool. Why wouldn't you do this? He's surrounded by other white supremacists who claim they're not white supremacists. They're sons of Confederate veterans, and they're really proud. Oh my God, my daddy fought to preserve slavery. I'm so proud. But they'll be like, no, man, no, Dusty. They just fought to preserve states' rights. Yeah, the states' rights to own slaves. That's literally the only fucking thing they cared about. Read the articles of, what is it? Separation. It's not articles of separation. Articles of, I can't remember the words. Anyway, the one that Mississippi put out explaining why they were succeeding. The Articles of Succession. I remembered. Fuck y'all. That Mississippi put out, and there was 6 reasons, and 5 of them were because of slavery. 100% racist motherfuckers. But this guy just worried about his job, wants to get elected from all the other, I can't say crackers. Can I say crackers? I'm not supposed to say crackers. They're the white people who are definitely not crackers in any way. They were just racist white motherfuckers. Even worse, I guess. Anyway, way to go, Mayor. Think you might be a little bit of a sellout. Tiny bit of a sellout. It's amazing that this one 4-year history in all of mankind is the one they want to celebrate the most. Wonder what it could be. I have no idea. And next up on What the Fuck, did you guys hear about the amazing, sexy new boy band that's coming out? Here they are. Yeah, cool. Look at this shit. Oh my God, it's gonna be so amazing. Look at sexy young Joe Biden and ooh, Dreamboat Trump and oh my God, Obama. And ooh, a little Asian persuasion, Kim Jong-un. And we got some Canadians, little Trudeau. And, oh, the bad boy of the group, little Vladdy Putin. Man, I can't wait to buy this album. Fap. You know you're going to. So sexy. Best boy band ever. And let me bring the chat back up to make sure I'm not no direction. Love it. Great joke, Spanky Weasel. Confederacy lost. Yep, traitors, all of them. What the fuck is this? I guess somebody took the app that makes you young and they put all the presidents and world leaders through it. And hilarious. And no! Bill Murray! No! What? There's no good in the world left. I give up on this universe. Bill Murray apparently got his whole fucking movie suspended. He's done this movie with Aziz Ansari. And he was like, oh, handsy with the women's and shit. And they were like, oh, hell no, you old perverted motherfucker. Who you gonna call? Not Bill Murray, because he'll grab your boobs, apparently. disappointment. But apparently so. Okay, he didn't grab anybody's boobs. I'm just making that up. Apparently he was inappropriately touching women, like he pulled their ponytails or put his arm around them or rubbed their arms and stuff or rubbed their hair. And so, look, I'm not in any way defending Bill Murray. I'm going to explain what I think is happening here. So Bill Murray is been around forever, like 100 years as an actor. And he used to be younger and much more handsome. So, and it was another era where you could like sexually harass your coworkers. You could be all flirty and stuff. And like 50% of the time, he could probably sleep with the women. And the other 50% of the time, like they didn't like it. But it's cool. When you're a celebrity, they let you get away with it. You can grab them right by the pussy, apparently. That's what I'm hearing. So he's used to behaving this way. But now he old as fuck. And it's a new era. And he can't really get away with the same shit he's always getting away with because, like I said, it's a new era. And also, he an old man now, and it's not as sexy anymore. And people are just like, gross, Grandpa. Get your fucking hands off me. And they complained about it. So, don't know, Bill Murray. Might want to update your thought process about how you behave on the sets of movies and shit. But poor Aziz Ansari. Disappointed in you, Bill. So disappointed. Get your shit together, Bill Murray. Groundhog Day was pretty good, I agree. And then, oh shit, so I was gonna put this in the current section, but basically this is just another example of how poor our mental health care is in this fucking country. I almost feel sorry for this lady. I'm gonna show you this a little bit. This went viral, of this unstable woman on a flight who has possibly the worst haircut I've ever seen. I'll play a little bit of this.
Well, let's get them all rolling.
She really was on the plane, folks. Bad.
We have planes jacked.
Oh, apparently they say that she spent the entire time in the bathroom for some reason. And I don't know what she was doing there, but I'm guessing drugs.
Not gonna make it. What happened to you from Utah? Excuse me. I want off this plane.
Everybody wants the
I
plane.
have a medical emergency. If you don't mind, let me off this plane.
Ma'am, we all want on this plane, okay? Calm down.
I have a
Calm down.
medical
You look fine.
emergency.
You're breathing. Your heart's running. You're good. You're fine.
That's not your business. Now move, please, sir. Move.
Ma'am, push me again.
He's just standing there.
Exactly.
We're not there yet. They haven't opened the door yet. You can't go anywhere. Everybody has to get out first. Please calm down.
Last the Mo Freakins. Good one.
Well, that's fine.
Meth is a wonderful drug. Not a fan.
I'd have you out there. I would believe you.
Anyway, it's like 4 minutes of her yelling.
These are my kids right here. What are you saying about them? But threatening me is...
Avante. Por favor.
Por favor. Anyway, better healthcare in this country. Por favor. Need that shit stat. And folks, speaking of what the fuck, did you know they're coming out with a workout boosting pill that contains bacteria harvested from the poop of top athletes? Of course. Super cool. And this is from the Sun, so you know it's got to be true. But apparently something in the gut of super athletes could help you become a super athlete yourself. So poop pills coming to a store near you. And I got a genius idea, folks. So look, I know sometimes I can't remember celebrities' names or much of fucking anything, but I don't think there's any doubt that I am a fucking genius, right? Who's gonna doubt that? I'm fucking brilliant, right? And so I was just thinking, if eating poop pills of athletes makes you stronger, imagine how smart you would be if you ate the poop pills of a genius. So, Uncle Dusty's genius poop pills coming soon. Gonna put it on Amazon, gonna be fucking everywhere. And before you say, ooh, gross, Dusty, it's not what you think. It's not what you think, okay? I'm going to poop in a big bucket and then make pills out of them and sell them to you to eat, okay? Is that what you thought? Okay, then it is what you thought. Anyway, folks, so prepare for that. Imagine how smart you will be if you eat my poop. Just saying. $1 billion idea right there. I'm going to be rich, motherfuckers, rich. And all right, that is my very short what the fuck section, and I think we can all agree. What the fuck? Next up, let's check the super chats. Love from the Kentucky cult of Dusty. Hell yeah. Love you, Kentucky. We're not worthy. You is, though. It is wrong to publish and promote a book on Amazon. Nope. I've done it. Dusty, if Elon Musk is the richest man in the world, I read that. Cool. All right. Next up, gonna do a little section I like to call Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. We talk about chuds and make fun of them. Chud Watch coming at you tonight to start Chud Watch off. Folks, did you know that Princess Diana is alive and well? Of course she is. Okay. If you don't believe it, this woman has the hard proof. Oh, ye of little faith, how could you deny after this?
Okay, first of all, y'all are so cute. I love the outfits. I would like detailed explanations on every single shirt. Ready, set, go.
Right? So, living, and we know living, ruling the world, and you don't take down evil by being quiet or silent, right? So people need to understand who they are. Do they look like them today? No.
You think Princess Diana is still alive?
Absolutely, 100%. Do you?
I didn't, but maybe you have something that you know that I don't know.
Well, you know God speaks to us, right? Mm-hmm. There's ways that we can figure these things out. So if people start learning ABC 1, 2, 3, which Michael Jackson talked about how many years ago, right? And he sang about. So when people start understanding gematria, they start understanding the numbers. A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3. They understand how words work, sentences.
Okay, first of all, y'all are
I'm convinced Michael Jackson knows all about it, folks. He was trying to tell us all those years. Princess Di is alive. ABC, easiest 1, 2, 3. Princess Diana's alive. I fucked it up anyway. Anyway, next up on the Chud Watch, there was a new Trump rally this week. I guess you probably already guessed that from the fact that all these fucking idiots are talking bullshit on the RSBN network. So anyway, this guy is a member of the Blacks for Trump. Gonna educate us all on the reasons he thinks Trump was the best president for black folks in the history of mankind. Let's hear it.
A person that comes to your aid helps you all the time. And then when he really wants to come to your aid, suddenly he's a racist. When he was the first one to say that black people matter to him, he said it directly to me. I'm sorry about that. He said it directly to me and I forgot, not Joseph Caterson, but Miami Nights.
But he's done so much for the black community.
Sir, he did so much for the black community.
That's right, folks. He's the first politician ever to say he cares about black people. And he's done so much for the black community, like, the time, no, wait, then there was, no, wait, what? No, what'd he do? What? No. Of course, like, the only example they have, the reason they keep spreading this narrative that Trump did more than anybody's ever done for the black community was, while Trump was president for that time period, the black community had the lowest unemployment rate in history. Now, of course, it's lower under Joe Biden. So I guess you could say now that if by that logic, Joe Biden has done more for the black community. But that's a bad reasoning, too. Because the only reason that there was the lowest unemployment rate for the black community during the time Trump was president is because unemployment was rapidly falling because of Obama. You might remember, like, George Bush destroyed the economy and we collapsed, and so Obama came in and kind of fixed things, and so we had high unemployment, and then it started going way down under Obama, and then of course the same policies were replaced when Trump got in president, so it continued to go down. So yes, it was lower under Trump, but it actually went down at a slower rate under Trump because he fucked things up, as conservatives always fucking do. But yes, for a short time, for that particular point in history, black people did have the lowest unemployment. And then, of course, he fucked up the whole coronavirus pandemic thing, and he left office with a higher unemployment rate than he had when he got in office, which is the first time this ever happened in the history, in the modern history of the presidency. And now we have an even lower unemployment thanks to Joe Biden. So by your own logic, Joe Biden should have done more for black people than any president ever, but none of it is about logic in any way whatsoever. It's just stupid tribalism and cult mentality. And then this woman gonna say, hey, I talk to all kinds of Trump haters and nobody can give me a single example of why they hate Trump.
He got so many people. Everyone has an opinion on politics now.
You know what? If you ask a person that doesn't like Trump, give me 5 reasons why you don't like him. They can't say it. They can't give you.
Okay, yes, I can. Okay, first off, he made us a laughing stock worldwide. The confidence in America dropped to historic lows in all other countries. He passed tax cuts for trillionaires, which did more to transfer the wealth from the lowest 50% to the top 1%. So we have the worst wealth inequality in the history of the country. He did nothing against Saudi Arabia, who basically kidnapped an American-based journalist and hacked him to pieces. He did nothing when President Erdogan of Turkey came over here with his Muslim bodyguards and beat up American citizens on American soil. He banned transgender people in the military. He told 30,000 plus lies while he was in the White House. He continuously spread racist diatribes against Mexicans. I don't know, just like literally I could go on for fucking ever. You're ridiculous. Let's move on. And then fact check. He was up there just lying his ass off. Hey, you want more reasons to hate Trump? Here he is claiming that he got 12 million more votes in 2020 than he did in 2016, and he did it without the help of Twitter, because he was banned on Twitter during this time period. Imagine how much he would have got if he wouldn't have been banned on Twitter, but he wasn't banned on Twitter in this time period. He literally was still up on Twitter. He's just lying.
This terrified the left, big tech, and the legacy media because they saw that social media could be used to challenge their own propaganda. I guess I did it well in 2016, but think of it. I got like 12 million more votes in 2020, and we didn't have it. So I don't know the level of power, but we did much, much better the second time. But they were confused, and they conspired to ban me from every social media platform on the face of the...
Yeah, they banned you after the election because you were spreading lies about the election being stolen, which was leading to violence, and they didn't want to be a part of that, which is their right. But like I said before, folks, Elon Musk, it's his company now. He has the right to bring Trump back if he wants. That's just the way it works. I mean, if you want to talk about perhaps social media companies like Facebook and Twitter becoming nationalized, shit, I'm all for that. But that's a completely different conversation. Until that happens, they absolutely have whatever fucking right. They have all the rights in the world to platform anybody they want to. And we have the right to boycott them and use their services or not use their services as we see fit. That's how the system works. And then... just telling this whole plan, folks. The whole plan is to make it as hard to vote as possible so the least amount of people vote. And the less people that vote, the better chance Republicans have. That's just the way it's always fucking worked. Right in your face, they hate democracy. They're going to disenfranchise millions of people from voting. And I am not optimistic about the future of democracy in this country.
Over the world, our elections are a laughing stock. Look at France. They're having an election. You know what they do? Same day voting, all paper ballots. Very simple. They have no problem. And that's what we have to get to. We can't have these elections that go for 48 days and they store the votes in a room. And where is the guard? Well, he took off today. Why? How come all these votes are being moved around? Think of it. Think of what they're doing. 48-day elections. We want one-day elections. We want paper ballots and no mail-in fake ballots. They cheat like never. There's never been an election like took place in 2020.
Where's your evidence of it? And yeah, it's gonna be hard to count all those paper ballots in one day. It'd be way easier if it was like on computers and shit. Just saying there, but that's not the point, of course. He doesn't actually want people to vote. And folks, dude can't even remember the name of his own website. Imagine if Joe Biden went out there and couldn't remember the name of his own website. Imagine Joe Rogan. He got Alzheimer's. He's a walking corpse. But Trump does this continuously. Crickets from conservative shitheads because it's always double-sided with them.
Had to give the American people their voice back by building something called Truth Central. Had to give the
Truth Central. That's what it's called, Truth Social. Even I know that, Trump, and I don't own it. So sad, low energy Trump. Hey, maybe he has Alzheimer's. Don't know. Don't give a shit. And then, oh, boom, folks. It's all about owning the libs. Hard to believe this is not a parody world we live in, but they're just saying it outright, folks. We make fun of them for this all the time. Everything's about owning the libs, but it clearly is working for them.
Donald Trump Jr. here. I'm reaching out today because we're about to finalize our Trump Gold Card membership roster, and I wanted to give you one last chance to be a part of history with us. Gold Card members are made up of my father's most reliable supporters, and I know he'll be disappointed if you're not on the team. When you join, we'll even send you a personalized Trump Gold Card. It'll drive the libs crazy. So please.
It'll drive the libs crazy. It's all about pettiness, folks. It's all it's about. Hey, don't you want to bother people? Aren't you a petty little man who wants to spread violence and hatred? Don't you want to make people angry? Give us money. Giving us money will upset them so much. I'm going to start that tactic, folks. Hey, folks. Racism. What they're all about, folks. He mad, yo. Because they having brown folks and gay folks and movies and stuff on Netflix. It's a tragedy. So, Donald Trump Jr. Book for white people. Movie for white people. Video game for white people. Netflix adaptation. Oh, no white folks. It's an Asian, a black person, and a white person, but it has a disability, so it's not really white. And then a gay white person, which is not white at all. Oh no, they're ruining our heritage, or as I like to call it, capitalism. Why do you guys say capitalism so much? Like, you know, Netflix is a global company, right? Whole bunch of people all over the fucking world except for white folks, and so as a global company, they want to make as much money as they possibly can by appealing to the widest demographic they can, which is why they want to include other races and orientations in order to make that buck, yo. Why do you hate capitalism, Trump? It's almost like you love racism more than you love capitalism. Just saying. And then, oh yeah, folks, it's like shamelessness is their superpower. Beyond parody, how the fuck do they not see it? Here's Trump attorney Christina Bobb, and let me just play what she says.
And we want free and fair elections. Compare that to Black Lives Matter and Antifa destroying the streets, or earlier that year.
Okay, what does that have to do with free and fair elections? The left is literally trying to make voting as easy as fucking possible so everybody can get there and everybody can vote. That is the essence of democracy.
You're exactly right. That's what I said. I said you're complaining that you're trying to make it sound like conservatives tried to overthrow the Capitol in January 2021. I said, but what about May in 2020 when Donald Trump had to go to the bunker of the White House because Democrat protesters had stormed the White House?
Okay, that never happened. That's classic whataboutism. Hey, you're trying to make it sound like we tried to overturn democracy. You did. That's 100% what happened. And then she's like, the left did the same thing. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They had a protest that was like 30 feet from the unauthorized areas of the White House, like anybody can do. And then bunker bitch Donald Trump fenced the whole place in, and he hid this little fucking bunker. Nobody tried to storm the goddamn White House. Literally, nobody did that, you lying fucks. But even if they did, that's classic whataboutism. Because the other side's bad does not excuse the wrongdoing you've done. But always got to change the subject. Never take responsibility for anything. And you guys remember back in the day, there was a VJ, a video disc jockey. That was a thing back in the day on MTV, and her name was Kennedy. Well, apparently she's still alive and exists, and she's conservative? I don't know, I hate this planet. But anyway, she's telling you folks, we shouldn't have public schools anymore. What the fuck is the use in public schools? I mean, sure, it educates the poor, but the poor really need to be educated? I think not. Let's have a listen.
Right to religious speech.
Yes, and the superintendent has to prove that he was ostracizing players and, not favoring them if they didn't participate. So far, what I have seen, they have not proven that. This will be a very important case for religious liberty, but also maybe a great time in our country's history where we rethink whether or not we have public schools. Maybe we should not have the government involved in education at all, so parents and teachers and administrators can make those decisions themselves instead of having the government impose it on them, because it is the public school aspect of this that is creating the legal challenge.
And what do we do with the people who can't afford private? Like, what does that look like? Because each state allots some money, so they would get that money, I would assume. Isn't that what Florida wanted to do?
Vouchers. That's what Florida did.
That's what Florida wanted to do.
Yeah, we could entirely rethink. Okay, I'll tell you why I say that. It's because the two most powerful teachers unions in the country are opposed to Coach Kennedy. They are using their heft and their influence to make sure that he loses this case.
Emily, you've dealt with the...
Let's just give all the money to private Christian schools. That's literally what they're trying to do, though. They're trying to create the greatest government handout to religious organizations by getting rid of public schools and then having taxpayers pay for Christian schools so that we can pay to indoctrinate the children. Yay! No thanks, Kennedy. Fuck off! And then... oh, yeah. They're so unlike what they've always historically been, but this is what the Conservative Party is now. This is what the GOP is. This is being presented by a serious question to consider, the 22 Republican Party. If Florida's government or the federal government under GOP control attempted to regulate the type of content Disney could create, would you support it? Explain why below. Also, retweet this increase sample size. Yeah, shouldn't we just regulate what kind of movies Disney can make? Hey, what could possibly go wrong? They want to have gay people in their movies. Let's just make that illegal. No trans people either. You're forced to make the content we think you should. What do you mean fascism? What do you mean authoritarianism? We're the small government party. And one more on the Chud Watch. Mehmet Oz, he's a man of the people. Look at him out there in his sports coat, shoveling gravel. Yeah, that's totally normal. I believe it, folks. He's one of us. He's just like this guy. He's one of the people. And like, I want to make fun of this and think this kind of shit can never work. No one is this stupid to fall for this, that Oz is a hardworking manual labor type guy that gets in there and get his hands dirty. But then I said the same thing when Trump came out there in this little stupid ball cap trying to look like the normal guy, not a billionaire. And I was like, oh my God, this is so stupid. So corny. No one is going to buy the fact that Trump is some kind of everyman just because he's wearing a ball cap. And then it became the biggest fucking thing ever. It totally worked. Everybody wore the fucking ball caps who was part of his cult. So what the fuck do I know? I guess this works, but holy shit. Obvious pandering bullshit. Conservatives. Dumb as shit. And that's my Chud Watch. Fuck yes. Let's check the super chats. Hit the like button, fuckos. Do it to it. And Shelly Reynolds. D. How come churches don't have to pay taxes, but you do? Because they've lobbied the government, and the people that formed this country are Christians, and they want a theocracy and an unfair advantage for them so they can spread their propaganda in ways that the rest of us can't possibly compete. I consider my contribution to code dust to be kind of religious tithing. I know, right? I should be taxes in, but I ain't. 25% in taxes, god damn it. Pub night. Although they did finally accept my taxes. I know you guys were worried about this. I fixed them and they accepted them. Dusty, don't you love the right had no issue with the show Cuties on Netflix? I don't know if that's true or not. I think a lot of righties did have a big problem with Cuties on Netflix. I heard a lot of shit, so I would defend the right about that. Even though I didn't see the Cuties on Netflix, I don't know if it was bad or not. All I saw was like all the outrage about it. No clue if it was actually bad or not. Somebody have to educate me on that. I don't know which is more soul crushing as a black man. The mayor making a Confederate day or the blacks with Trump. Both are bad. It's a trash world. Fat Linda hoax. Why? Trump lost his ever-loving mind. That's why. I don't think he had much of a mind to begin with, but it don't matter. They still worship him anyway. Love from Kentucky. I already read that. All right, awesome. Hit the like button, everybody. Do it, please. And now, rolling right along with a little section I like to call Beyond Parody. It's all beyond parody. But first off, on a Beyond Parody, I've showed you this guy before. Like I told you before, conservatives are basically using town meetings like open mic night to do their really cringy, ridiculous comedy. And this is beyond parody, but it is a parody. But they parody themselves by how bad their parodies are. So this is a conservative comedian pretending to be a left-wing wokester. And he's got a captive audience that is forced to listen to him and let him do his cringy performance. So, cringe warning! If you are susceptible to cringe-induced injuries, please turn it off right now.
1 second. Okay. Double masked. Okay. A little bit about me. My name is Marty Epstein. I'm a former writer for the New York Times and editor at BuzzFeed. I currently teach political science at Southwest High School, while also working part-time at my local Starbucks for the fact that they're paying for my 6-year-old openly gay transgender offspring's gender transition surgery, as well as providing unlimited hormone blockers, access to abortion. But anyways, let me get into the reason I'm here today. Then I'll circle back if we have any time left. Our superintendent refuses to really put his foot down with this transphobia, and he failed to get transgender restrooms. And I am sickened. Transphobia is a serious illness.
All right, so that's enough of that. The sad thing is all the people on his Twitter like, it's so funny. You're a comedic genius. Ha ha ha. That's great. Laughing my ass off. Classic. Just God. Cringe. So good at comedy. Man, I'm horribly worried about being upstaged by these amazingly funny motherfuckers. And also, beyond parody, Ron DeSantis, press secretary, doesn't understand satire when she reads it. Keith Richards says, can't wait. Keith Edwards, not Keith Richards. Keith Edwards says, can't wait to start saying I'm being shadow banned for my liberal views. Clearly, he's just saying this to make fun of conservatives who are continuously playing the victim and pretending like they've been shadow banned. He's not actually going to do this. He's just making fun of them. But she doesn't understand, or she doesn't care, or knows that she can misrepresent what's happening here to score outrage bucks with her constituency. So, Christina Pushaw, it's funny that liberals assume that nonpartisan content moderation will result in them being shadow banned. Almost sounds like a projection. No, it's just satire to make fun of you and your victim complex. Dumb! You are dumb, and you should feel bad about it. And then, Jarcules is back and got roundly roasted for his idiocy. Apparently, CNN Plus, which was an online version of CNN, got canceled immediately because no one gives a shit. And Kevin says, if CNN Plus had pronouns, they be was, were. Yeah, those are verbs, you fucking moron. Good goddamn. Such idiocy. And got lots of singers in. If CNN had pronouns, they be was, were. Just like your acting career. Nailed him. Love it. Dispatches from the end of got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Disappointed. And then, they're so close to understanding, folks. They're so close to getting it. So, this guy is just parodying them, right? He's crazy how I was constantly bombarded with heterosexual propaganda since birth. And somehow I didn't turn out straight. Yeah, it's a lot of straight kisses, lots of straight couples, and Disney movies. Apparently, that's propaganda, right? So all the conservatives coming out and giving the game away. They don't understand what the fuck's happening. So propaganda is a term for anything you just don't agree with now. Yes, exactly. He's making fun of you. That's exactly what you guys do. You call a gay kiss propaganda, but not a straight kiss, when they're exactly the fucking same thing. Hetero propaganda? Can't take someone seriously who genuinely believes this stupid. You're not supposed to take him seriously. He is literally making fun of you, and the reality that you don't recognize it is hilarious. Tell me you don't know what propaganda is without telling me you don't know what propaganda is. He's just making fun of you. You guys don't know what propaganda is. You think gay kisses are propaganda? You don't know. See, this is how I know some people don't understand what propaganda is. You're right. You don't. Way to miss the point and call your own self out. And then, former boyfriend to Jordan Peterson's daughter, Michaela Peterson. Yep. The daddy of the right. The man who's teaching them how to be good citizens. Who's teaching them, basically raising them. Who they look to guidance. His daughter dated this dude, folks. This is how poor of a father figure he is, how horrible he did raising his own daughter. This is what she dated.
Reading books is a very cheap way to, I guess, entertain. I wouldn't call it entertainment because my brain is far too advanced. I'm too smart to read. I'm not gonna sit there and go, smart people read. No, I need action. I need constant chaos in my life to feel content. I need to be driving a supercar and fucking fighting, fucking a bunch of hoes and champagne and going crazy. I can't just sit there, oh, and the pirate on the boat. Like, it's for people with slow brains.
Yep. Arrested for rape and sex trafficking. Hell yeah. Good job, Jordan Peterson. You're definitely not a failure as a father in any fucking way. And Fox News, so out of goddamn touch all the fucking time. Did you guys know that milk now costs $11 a gallon? You didn't know that because it's not true? You need to watch more Fox News.
Okay, you have the eggometer.
Yeah,
I have the milkometer. I bought a gallon of milk last night. Granted, we live in New York. Things are higher priced than a lot of other areas in the country. It's nearly $11 for a gallon of milk at a New York grocery store. Just...
I don't believe you. $11 for a fucking gallon of milk. No, it's not. Where? What store did you fucking buy it from? No way it's true. But anyway, yeah, Arrested Development. It's exactly what they sound like. Out of touch Trumpers. And one more, folks. On Beyond Parody. This woman wants you to be very afraid. There are going to be food shortages everywhere on purpose. They're purposely starving people. Be very afraid. But also, hey, did you know fear comes from Satan? Only people who are afraid because they've been made afraid by Satan. Starting to see a little bit of hypocrisy in this next video.
So now we have the food shortage rolling out, which those of us who have been awake, which everybody that's here with me knows what's going on. We knew that this was coming. So I want to address the spirit of fear right now. If you haven't gotten out of the cities right now, why haven't you done so? But nevertheless, the spirit of fear is of the devil, and it is here to cripple you and keep you from being able to make rational decisions in a time of crisis.
That's right, folks. Why haven't you left the cities yet? They're about to collapse. Food shortages everywhere. But fears of the devil. You should be very afraid and terrified. But fears of the devil. Yeah, you can look at the devil a little bit. Caught yourself out. I'm almost impressed. And all right, that is my Beyond Parody section. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's check the super chats. Hit the like button, everybody. Please hit the like button. Do it. Here's a video to cover all the pores. Love this group of weirdos. Hey, I appreciate it, Apple Rest. The ratings have been down lately. I used to do 1,000, and now we're doing 750. Going down a couple hundred, which is odd. I thought the show would be going up in ratings. But what you gonna do? It's all good. It's not really that big of a deal. It's actually somewhat better. As long as I can make a living doing this. Fly under the radar. Way less stressful. Shelly Reynolds, D. How come churches don't? I already read that. Dusty, you know milk is $11 on Mars, don't you? Like, what kind of milk? Is it like cat milk? You know, like on Meet the Fuckers? You have to milk the little cat titties? I don't know, folks. What kind of milk is she drinking? Maybe cow's milk. You should switch to cow's milk, I think. Whatever milk you're drinking is too expensive. And all right, next up, gonna do a little trash world. You know why? Because Trash World, dumpster fire, hellish Trash World. And tonight on Trash World, how it started. DJ K-Slay, who apparently is a popular New York City rapper. I'm sorry, was a popular New York City rapper, said, "Can anyone make sense of this for me, please? Why do you have to stick a Q-tip halfway up someone's brain when a drop of spit can affect someone from 6 feet away?" I'm guessing because that's where more of the disease is held, and it's easier to test for it to see if you have it than from spit. That'd be my guess. But yeah, he died from COVID. Dead from COVID. DJ K-Slay, dead in hospital. What happened? Oh, he got COVID because he wasn't vaccinated and he died. Really? All right. Yeah, well, who could have possibly have seen this coming? This guy. And next up on Trash World, folks, did you know that people are changing genders and becoming non-binary simply because they don't want to be fired for their job because they're mediocre employees? It's got to be true because the most popular podcaster in the world says it is.
We've also conned people into thinking that everyone is special. And that sort of, when you add that to this feeling of not having agency or not having, like, they're not treating you the way you deserve to be treated. There's this feeling that people have because there's this there's an enforcement in this country that everyone is unique and special. Everyone's amazing. Yeah. Everyone's doing such a great job. But no, there's a lot of mediocre people. They're lazy. They have no energy. They eat bad food. They don't sleep enough. They're addicted to their phone, and the output that they have is unexceptional. The work that they do is not that good, and you have a hard time saying that to them if you're their employer. It's hard to fire those people. Like, they have to do something really wrong, or they'll sue. They go to HR about issues, and then they'll just change their gender, and then you have to deal with that. Or they'll become non-binary, which is my favorite. Tim Dillon loves that one.
That's right, folks. They just become non-binary and change their gender so you can't fire them. This is happening everywhere, all the time. It's a major problem. Like 90% of transgender people just don't want to get fired. And they're like, hey, I'm going to take hormone replacement therapy and get abused and have a very dangerous life because of the conservative narrative going around that all trans and gay people are groomers just so I won't get fired. Total reality in which Thumb Rogan is living. Yikes. And then it leads to shit like this, folks. In this goddamn bizarre trash world, man arrested for allegedly threatening Merriam-Webster over the definition of females. So I actually looked up the definitions of female, and one of them was like, it wasn't even the top one. It was one of them mentioned something about gender identity. And so he went to Merriam-Webster and is like, I'm gonna kill you. Let me read it. There is no such thing as gender identity. The imbecile who wrote this entry should be hunted down and shot. He also said, it would be poetic justice to have someone storm your offices and shoot up the place, leaving none of you comments alive. Yeah, cool. I dare you have a definition of the word that I don't agree with. Gonna kill you all. But I love free speech. Free speech the best. I'm a 100% free speech warrior. And let you say something I don't like, then murder you all. Thanks, Joe Rogan. Guarantee a Joe Rogan fan. And Steven Crowder. Super genius Steven Crowder. Want you guys to know that it's very simple to explain straight couples, but it's very complicated to explain gay couples. So that's why one is okay to talk about in preschool and the other one is not.
I will say this. When they say, well, look, does the curriculum ban people from discussing heterosexual marriage with children? No, it also doesn't ban discussing your personal relationships. It's just inappropriate. However, I would argue, it's more appropriate to discuss heterosexual relationships with children.
Why?
Than same-sex relationships.
What's your logic behind it? Go ahead.
Why? Because it doesn't require much of an explanation.
Okay, same-sex couples don't require an explanation either, but go ahead.
Is this an argument that you really want to make? The vast majority of relationships since the beginning of time have been heterosexual.
The vast majority of relationships in this country since the beginning of the foundation of this country have been white people marrying white people. Do you really want to explain white people marrying black people? It's not as normal. It's less normal because less people do it. So we should only have to explain things that are incredibly common.
Relationships since the beginning of time have been heterosexual relationships. That is, I dare say, normal, meaning the norm, meaning it is the most likely to occur. It's not that hard to explain to a child. Boy meets girl, boy falls in love with girl, boy and girl get married, have babies.
That's actually really complicated because you have to explain the concepts of boys and girls and babies. Instead, you can say person meets person and they fall in love with each other. That's literally so incredibly goddamn simple. It's more simple than anything you fucking said. Just blew your entire logic out of the water. You fucking idiot.
Then if you want to get into the 1.5% who are two dudes, look, it's more confusing because there's more explanation. For the same reason you probably wouldn't teach kids about child brides or arranged marriages. And by the way, I'm not saying that arranged marriages are necessarily morally wrong.
What is with his voice? I'm not saying that arranged marriages are morally wrong. God damn, I thought my voice was annoying.
I don't like them. But my point is, of course you wouldn't need to. People act as though there's an equivalency. There's not. When something is far outside the realm of average, it requires more explaining. Why? Because the vast majority of kids there understand that men and women go together and can make babies. So it's not as big of a deal.
I mean, so what if you're a man and a woman who don't want to have babies? Or you're not considered a real couple? Well, I don't know. Seems real stupid, dude.
Say, my wife for a man,
my wife,
or my husband for a woman, as it is for a man to say, my husband, because most kids are going to go, what was that?
I think most kids can understand it completely normal if you just say, hey, two people can fall in love. So simple. It's so simple. Oh my God. Dumb, but killing it on goddamn YouTube. Making millions a year. And Ricky Schroeder, former child actor. I think he was on NYPD Blue or something. One of those shows. But anyway, part of Groomergate now. They just want to test all teachers to see if they're pedophiles. Yeah, sure, why not? Why not just attack teachers now? Conservatism, super cool.
We entrust our children, who are our national treasure, are our children. And so we entrust them with people. We should know who those people are and whether or not they're attracted sexually.
Oh, so he's calling for testing with lie detectors, all preachers and priests, clergy members, because they're the most likely to rape their children. That's what you're doing, right? No, it's not. It's not.
To children. And so I would put forth that a polygraph question about being attracted to children is a disqualifying question if you answer yes to it on a polygraph. And I think, with this level of perversion in society, it seems like we have to go to these drastic measures to protect the kids.
To protect the kids from this thing that we just made up. That's not actually happening. Man, I never thought I'd see them attack fucking teachers, but here we are. And also, lie detectors don't work. They're just, how a lie detectors work is like they measure your a heart rate and respiration and whatnot, and they tend to go up when you're lying, right? Sometimes, but also if you're asked a question that that's a tough question, like if you're taking a lie detector test and you're asked if you murdered somebody, they give you the base questions for it. What's your name? Dusty. Where do you live? Mississippi. Those are easy questions. And then, did you kill somebody? I know this is the big one, so this is the one that's important for me to get right. So your heart rate and your respiration could naturally go up even if you had nothing to do with killing the person. That's why they're not admissible in court, and the only reason they're effective is because when people fail them, even if they really fail them or not, they go afterwards and they confront them, and they believe the lie detector test works, so they confess because of the pressure put upon them, but they don't actually work. They're not admissible in court. But yeah, let's just give all teachers this shit and fire them. Whew, makes perfect sense to me. And then they're gonna get people killed, but they don't give a shit. They have plausible deniability to pretend like they didn't have nothing to do with it once it happens. Here's James Lindsay. The number of pediatric gender clinics in 2007 compared to the number of pediatric gender clinics in 2022. Groomer clinics, yeah, folks. Let's list them all. They're grooming your kids to sexually molest them. So if you actually believe them, and he's actually doxing all these places, what would be the reaction of a crazy person? To go shoot these places up? Yes, exactly. This is what they want to happen, folks. They don't give a shit. Direct incitement of violence. But, under Elon Musk, this is going to be way, way more commonplace. Nothing will ever be done about it. And let's see what the fuck happens and where that leads. And Did you guys see this one? Apparently, they took the pictures of all 50 Democratic senators and all 50 Republican senators, and they did a face mesh where they meshed them all together to see what they look like. And yep, it's exactly what you'd expect. Evil old white man. Or in the Republicans' case, a red man. Holy shit, sunscreen, motherfuckers! I'm gonna look into it, but yeah, as always, evil old white people, mostly men, running the country, ruining every fucking thing. Not shocking, but terrifying to the core of my being. And then, on the trash world, you guys hear about Trucker Randy, who is a right-wing radio host who is running for, I guess, Congress under Michigan candidate under the Democratic Party, because basically he says he's trying to sow chaos. So he's running under Democrats, I guess, to make the Democrats look bad. So yeah, he came out and said, let me quote him here. Where is it? He says, can't even watch a college basketball tournament without commercials telling me I have to feel guilty because I think a family should be a white mom and a white dad and white kids. They want us to die and go away, and they're going to try to do it through politics this year. Well, we gotta be just as smart. That's right, folks. Only families who are white are real families in my mind. That's not racist. And of course, he came out and said, I was fucking taken out of context. I'm the least racist person on earth. I don't think that's true, dude. I think you might be one of the most racist. Trucker Randy. Don't think you're going to win, but you never know. It's a trash world. And so I'm going to cover this because it dovetails into the next thing I'm going to cover. But Russia has been committing war crimes all throughout the Ukraine. We know this is true. More than 400 people in this small suburb outside Kiev were killed and died. This tells the story of just one of them, this woman who rushed outside to try to find fresh water for her family in between the shellings, and they shelled her and they killed her, and her family went and found her dead bodies. And like, these are real people. These are real people that are suffering and being killed and murdered and raped all over the place. Just horrific war crimes. So leave it to Jimmy fucking Dore to go out there and insinuate that this is all a false flag and this is not actually happening. Literally the worst human trash on the goddamn planet trying to cover up war crimes. This is what you're supporting, Jimmy Dore fans.
And here's Max Blumenthal from the Gray Zone letting you know that these reports of war crimes committed by Russia and Bucha, they sound a lot like every other false flag bullshit. That's what he's saying. It sounds like it. It sounds like it contains suspicious details suggesting a pattern of information manipulation aimed at triggering Western military intervention.
Why would you believe it's a conspiracy just because every war historically had a fake conspiracy to trigger the intervention?
That's right, folks. Russia not actually doing it. Just saying it right now. 100% chance Jimmy Doorknob is a Russian disinfo agent. Is he being paid directly by the Russians with his knowledge? Probably, maybe not, probably. But 100%, no doubt, funded by the Russians, Jimmy Dore. And if you're supporting this, if you're a fan of his, I have no respect for you. You're scum. Just like fucking he is. You're not as bad as him, but you're still scum for supporting this. Please do not be a fan of mine if you're a fan of Jimmy Dore. Maybe that's why I'm losing subscribers or whatever, but good. It's not a loss. It's a good thing. And a new study came out. I told you guys this before. Unvaccinated people increase risk of SARS-CoV for vaccinated people even when vaccination rates are high. This counters one of the main talking points of conservatives and anti-vaxxers. Hey, if the jab is so successful, why do I have to have a jab for yours to work? It's because the jab is successful. It's not 100%, right? 85, 90%, whatever it is. But it's not 100%. So when you have people that are not vaccinated, are more likely to spread the disease because they harbor the disease and are more infectious for longer. And they make it more likely for you, even if you're vaccinated, to get sick and die from it. It's very simple to understand. Blown out of the water, this stupid fucking narrative. God damn it. And, time is it? I was going to cover All right, I'll cover this story real quick. Bitcoin miners revived a dying coal plant, then CO2 emissions soared. So there's a dying coal plant that only worked a couple days out of the year, and it was about to be shut down because it was going bankrupt. And so this fucking shithead Bitcoin mining company came in and bought the coal mine, the coal plant, cranked it up to where it's running, a couple hundred days a year. And 100% of the electricity is going to mine Bitcoin now, flooding the environment with pollution in order to, I guess, mine Bitcoin, destroying the environment. Just one more way that this fucking, almost got a con, pyramid scheme, whatever you want to call it, is harmful to our goddamn country. Though NFTs in this category as well. Just saying, folks. Don't be involved in it. Not good. It's not good for most people's finances anyway, because most people lose money, but definitely not good for the environment and should be spoken out against for that reason. All right, let's check the super chats real quick, and then we're going to finish up the show. Cuban Lover 1972, Dusty, maybe conservatives should stand in the middle of Ukrainian street and they might change their minds about Russia. I doubt it. They don't live in the same reality, so they would just deny whatever they see and come up with some kind of alternative reality, you know? I said even as a kid, Alfonso should have been the star of Silver Spoons. Hell yeah, Alfonso Rivero, so cool. Ricky Schroeder, not so much. Dusty, ancient Greece and Rome had homosexuality in it, and they helped fund the philosophy of the U.S., and conservatives overlooked this. Well, apparently you haven't listened to your Joe Rogan. We know that they specifically collapsed because of transgender people. That's just historical facts. It's not. Selenia, what's up, Selenia? Beyond monetary, I'm poor. It's getting poorer for you. No complaints. Hey, I appreciate it. Need all the help I can get. Hit the like button, fuckos! Thank you for supporting the show. DQ Test 1, finally not working while you stream. Keep doing what you're doing. The world is depressing, but at least I can laugh along with you. Hell yeah! Gotta laugh to keep from trying. Gotta laugh to keep from crying or trying. Either way, it all works. Dusty, you know, all right, cool. I'm gonna finish it up with a couple Karens. I got a couple palate cleansers. You know why? Cause, bitch! You're caring too much. Bing! Bing bong! And first off, on the Karen Cavalcade. You guys see this one? Man, these women do not take stress very well. Apparently they're in the Home Depot and a dog attacked their other little dog. And holy shit, how do you even survive in the real world when you take stress so poorly? I feel bad for them, but good God, calm down.
You gotta help him. No! Come on. Oh my God! Oh my God! Her neck is. Jesus Christ! We gotta take her! Where's my purse? I just dropped my purse, somebody, please! Please! Get those people! Stop me! Please, get the book! Get the dog's name!
Get the dog's name! Yeah, let's hunt down the dog. Maybe we'll get the owner's name. The dog's name is Fluffy. Good luck finding it.
Get the dog's name! Please, get the owner! Please! Oh my God! Please, put that in my purse. Oh my God almighty!
The dog seems okay.
Oh my God! I need to call the police!
You need to hurry up. Like 911. Come on.
Yeah. Maybe your dog shouldn't be at Home Depot. Maybe leave your dog at home? You're gonna have a fucking heart attack, lady. Might want to smoke a joint, Grandma, just saying. Live longer. And nobody wants to work anymore, folks. I wonder why.
A single sandwich, and I'm about to miss a flight. So I'd appreciate it if you could put a fucking cap in your stuff. Doesn't take that long to put fucking egg and bread together.
So again, you don't want to make sandwiches? There's hundreds of billions of places hired. Find something you don't like.
Made the sandwich.
What the fuck are you giving it away or trying it out? I paid for it. That sounds even stupider. That was nice? Thank you.
Name and shame. Found out who this lovely woman is. Attacking the heroes on the front line, just trying to service us, trying to feed us. God damn it. What an asshole. And, you guys see this one? Crazed Ken and Karen. Visit Subway's meth. Not even once.
And stop using profanity. Leave my store. Leave my store since you cannot read. Leave my store. Please leave my store. Leave my store. Leave my store.
You want me to rip your head off?
Go ahead and touch me. Leave my store. Leave my store. This will be going on social media. Leave my store. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for judging. God don't like ugly. Thank you.
God don't like uglies. And they're calling them gay slurs and whatnot. Lovely human beings. Definitely not conservative Trump supporters. I guarantee you. Zero chance. And all right, that's my Karen section. We're going to finish up the show. The couple palate cleansers. You guys ready to be cleansed? Prepare to be cleansed, my children. And apparently, I don't know how old this is, but this is at a Fish concert. And man, the drones are getting cool these days. I don't know if you guys have ever been in like VR, but this is what VR is like. It's like whales and dolphins just floating around through the air and shit. Super cool, man. I hope I live a long ass time, another 50 years, so I can see what the future's gonna be like, because it's getting pretty goddamn cool. And one more palate cleanser, folks. You guys know that I hate children because I'm a grizzled old man who's dead inside. But this video even melted my cold dead heart just a little bit. These cute little kids are so psyched that they get a job shoveling snow, and their reaction is infectious. Let's have a look.
Hi, do you want us to shovel your driveway for $20? Yeah. Yes, we do. I'll get you $20 right now, but we have to leave. So I'll give you the money. If you can shovel it, then we'll be back in an hour, okay? Okay. Okay, 1 second. Did you say that? Foil was rich. Our paper bags, all our money to be carrying up on. We're rich. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Oh, dude, thank you. You know, it's doing a really good job, but they're paying us for it.
Did a really good job. It makes me want to cry. Shit. Don't know why. Whew, that struck a chord with me all of a sudden. I don't know why. God damn it. Okay. Asshole children. I hate children. God damn it. But those are fucking cute. All right. All right, folks. That's my show. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's read the super chat. All right. No more super chats. Hey, thank you, everybody, for supporting the show tonight. It was really fun hanging out with you. Please hit the like button before you go. I really appreciate it. Tell your friends about the show. Leave comments after the show's over. That helps with the algorithms and the engagement stuff. I really appreciate it. Also, feel free to join me on Twitter. Elon Musk Twitter. You know you want to support Elon Musk, so Cult of Dusty One. There's links in the description of this video. Also, my Patreon. You know how that works. Direct tips through PayPal if you guys want to do that. Help me out if you can. I really appreciate it. Dudes, I will be back on Friday. It's only a couple days away. I love the shit out of you guys. It's been fun. I appreciate you being so funny in the chat. You guys always crack me up. I had the best audience on YouTube, and I'm really proud. I'll see you guys Friday. Good night, everybody.